Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Chill Out podcast. I'm super excited to be hanging out with you. Honestly, I am currently chilling on my bed. It's actually way past my bedtime. I do not know why I'm still up, but you know what? I'm just glad to be here. Today's episode, we are diving into something a little bit personal, okay, but also super relatable. We're going to be discussing those early days of your menstrual cycle. I know, you gross. I'm just kidding. But I really wanted to kind of talk about this because usually you're feeling tired, introspective, a little fragile, or just craving warmth and comfort. Trust me, that's completely normal. I experience that literally every single time I get my period. And these first few days are often overlooked in wellness conversations, but they're actually really about listening to your body and giving yourself permission to actually slow down. So I know how tempting it is to try to push through these days, to keep up with the work and social obligations or even your usual self-care routines. But the truth is, your body is asking for something very different. Softness, rest, and intentional care. This isn't about doing more or forcing productivity. It's sort of about learning to work with your energy, not against it. Usually I struggle, I think 2 weeks maybe, or I would say 2 weeks before I'm about to get my period and I start feeling really down, and I think my hormones are just all over the place. I'm just very quiet and stoic, and then when the first day comes, it's just the worst. It's terrible, honestly. Some days it's okay, but mostly, especially from day 1 to day 5, it's oh my gosh, I feel exhausted. I just want to chill. My tummy is hurting and I just want to find some comfort. And I think that it's so relatable because so many people experience the same thing. Over the years, I've noticed that embracing this phase instead of ignoring it completely changes how I experience my cycle. When I let myself rest and slow down in the mornings and honor my cravings for warmth and nourishment, I actually feel more balanced and grounded even as I navigate all of the fatigue or emotional ups and downs. And in this episode, I'll be sharing practical, realistic ways to care for yourself during these early menstrual days. Things like a magnesium bath, cozy clothing, gentle rituals, nourishing foods, and mindset shifts that help you feel supported instead of depleted. My goal is to normalize the whole experience, remove all of the pressure, and give you a guide to a more soft, intentional self-care that actually works. So if you've been pushing through your period or ignoring what your body really needs, this episode is for you. So let's slow down, get cozy, and embrace the first few days of your cycle with more gentleness, intention. The first few days of your period, day 1 through 5, can feel like your body is asking you to slow down. It's begging you to pause and tune in to what it's feeling. Physically, you might notice fatigue or soreness, cramps that just make you want to curl up on your bed and stay there forever, or even a heavier than usual flow. Mentally and emotionally, these days can bring heightened sensitivity and introspection, or just a general need for quiet. And you might feel more withdrawn and reflective, or even a little bit fragile, and that's completely normal. Many of us have been conditioned to ignore these signals. We feel like we should be powering through work, staying on top of social plans, doing the most, maintaining a productive routine. But the thing is, these early cycle days aren't about forcing ourselves to be busy or ticking off tasks. They're meant for softness and reset and reflection. And really listening to your body during this phase is actually such a sign of strength and self-awareness. It's not a weakness. Personally, I found that embracing the energy of these days instead of fighting it completely changed my entire experience. Slower mornings became more of a ritual, maybe lingering over a warm cup of tea or journaling first thing in the morning, or just letting the sunlight hit the room. Cozy environments, I think, make such a big difference, and wearing oversized sweaters and soft blankets and hoodies, or dimming the light so that it encourages rest. Nourishing, comforting foods like a warm bowl of oatmeal or some dark chocolate or a magnesium rich snack. It really has helped my body feel more supported than depleted. The key is intention over perfection. You don't have to stop everything or hide from the world. but creating space to honor your energy makes such a difference. And I know a lot of you guys are working women, but when you get home, if you have some time for yourself to really just take care of yourself and figure out what you need in that moment so that you can have like a beautiful, peaceful afternoon or evening while you're like on your period and like super stressed out from work, try and at least section that time when you get home to just like understanding what your body needs and really honoring that and doing whatever it needs so that you feel good again. So in these early days, think of yourself like a plant. Sometimes you need rest, sometimes you need to soak up light and receive nourishment before you can grow again. And accepting this phase fully is one of the gentlest forms of self-care that you can give to yourself. Now that we've talked about what these early menstrual days feel like, let's dive into some practical ways to care for yourself. Simple, effective rituals that help your body and your mind and your mood during this phase. And these aren't over-the-top wellness hacks, by the way. They are realistic, doable, and feel nurturing. So the first thing is a magnesium soak. One of my absolute favorites is having a magnesium bath. It's honestly amazing. You can add magnesium flakes to warm bath water, and the combination is surprisingly restorative. Like, I'm not even kidding. Magnesium just like helps you to relax those sore muscles and ease cramps and calm the nervous system. So even a short 15-minute soak can feel like hitting the reset button for your entire body. I love using this time not just to physically relax, but also to mentally slow down. Add some drops of lavender or chamomile essential oil if you're feeling fancy and want a little bit of calm. It's all about creating a mini sanctuary in your bathroom that feels good for you, okay? What works for me might not work for you, but I'm just giving you the suggestion because it's actually a game changer. The next thing is red raspberry leaf tea. So hear me out. I know it sounds really fancy, but I swear it's like so good. This is a ritual that I leaned into and I really tried recently because I'm very into teas. I love coffee, of course, but I'm also a tea girl at heart and I love trying like nice herbal teas and stuff. So I did read up the fact that red raspberry leaf tea is actually really good when you have your period. And this is often recommended because I think just the act of sipping a warm, calming cup of tea is so grounding already. It gives you a moment to pause, slow your thoughts down, and like tune into your body. I usually grab a cozy blanket and get on the couch and just like sit down and let that warmth of the tea really sink in. It's a very small act, but it does feel like I'm nurturing myself and I'm being intentional about what I'm doing so that I feel good in the moment. Because let's be real, having a period is not a fun thing. I know for myself, I cannot have any cold drink when I have my period. It's just a bad idea because, trust me, I've literally experienced it and it's terrible. I literally bought a smoothie once and my stomach was cramping so bad. It was actually really terrible. Like, I had to go and lay down for a little bit and take like a Panado. It was terrible. And it was like a super hot day once and I decided to have ice water because I literally just love ice water. I know that water is best for digestion when it's more on the lukewarm side, but when it's super hot outside, you want something cold, right? So I was like, you know what? Let me just try this. I feel okay right now. I literally had 3 or 4 sips and my cramps were just like going off the charts. Like, it was so uncomfortable. It was terrible. I literally had to go and lie down again and recover because it was just terrible. So I try and avoid cold drinks as much as possible. And I try and enjoy more warmer drinks because it just feels more soothing for me and sort of like eases the cramps. The next thing is dark chocolate. Yes, dark chocolate is self-care, guys. It's one of those small pleasures that sort of lift your mood and gently boost energy and satisfy cravings without overdoing it. So I like keeping a little bit of a stash on hand, specifically for these early days. Sometimes it's just the comfort of holding a piece in your hand or savoring it slowly and giving yourself a tiny guilt-free treat. And these little indulgences are a way of being kind to yourself and not overdoing anything. And sometimes I don't really have much of an appetite, but then I have to force myself to have dinner or have breakfast because I need fuel for the day, obviously, to be productive. But even just treating yourself to some dark chocolate, it's okay. It's really good for you, especially during that time. As long as you're not overdoing it, if you are someone that craves a lot of sugar during your period, especially those first 5 days, treat yourself to some dark chocolate, okay? Lindt makes a great 89% dark cocoa, okay? It's delicious. It's amazing. And I think just one block is enough because dark chocolate is so potent and like rich that you don't really like, you're not going to be craving that entire bar, trust me. So just by having like a block when you are craving a little bit of sweetness, it's totally fine. Don't put so much pressure on yourself. The next thing is organic cotton heat pads. For targeted cramp relief without painkillers, I literally love heating pads. They're honestly amazing. They stick directly on your abdomen and they provide such a soothing warmth where you need it the most, and that pain just goes away, and it's amazing. And it's so cozy at the same time. It kind of feels like a warm embrace or chilling by the fire at like a snowy cabin or something. There's just something so comforting about being able to rest while still feeling a lot of relief. And plus, it's super simple, okay? And it's not that expensive. You can literally get that at like a pharmacy, or I don't know, you can kind of get that anywhere right now. But it's really helpful, and I love using a heating pad. It's so good, guys. Like, the cramps ease away so good, and you just feel so relaxed and soothing. And I personally rotate between a normal heat pad and a magnesium soak, depending on how my body feels. And it actually makes a noticeable difference in how comfortable I feel, and also having that ability to like slow down and feel some ease and calmness. Okay, so the next one is cozy clothing and PJs. Physical comfort is everything during these days. I'm talking oversized hoodies, soft PJs, cozy socks, and breathable clothing that doesn't constrict your body. I think that feeling physically at ease directly influences your mental state. When you feel comfortable, it's just easier to let go of tension and sort of allow yourself to slow down and feel good and nice and not so like hyper focused on your cramps. So I just think that cozy clothing isn't just all about aesthetic or, you know, trying to get that Adam Sandler fit. I'm just kidding. But I think it's just a great way to like really feel comfortable. And I don't know, I feel like when you wear really comfortable clothes, I personally love an oversized t-shirt. It's like my thing. I love it. With some sweatpants vibes. I just think that you want to be cozy, right? You want to feel comfortable. You want something that you can move around in and not feel restricted. I also think that it's like a subtle act of permission. So you're kind of like giving yourself permission to rest and pause and prioritize comfort over productivity. And honestly, what is better than waking up, having a nice hot shower, and then getting into comfortable clothes? I mean, that honestly sounds like amazing, especially like on the weekends. Like, you want to be comfortable and cozy and amazing. The last thing is a skincare ritual. So even small skincare rituals can feel surprisingly grounding and luxurious. Some of my personal favorites are a gusha. I think that's how you say it. Guasha. Gusha. It kind of like helps your face to like depuff and like calm tension and encourage more circulation, which is honestly amazing. It's a game changer. It's sort of like dipping your entire face into ice water. It just like immediately wakes up your face and moves everything around and encourages circulation in your face. And once that's all done, your skin just looks way better, and you also feel like you can kind of navigate the day with more confidence. Another thing that I really love is collagen eye masks for a little boost and a moment of self-indulgence, because you can literally just pop them on and then chill or work on your laptop for a little bit. It's just sort of like an act of self-care. Like, you're treating your skin. It's a ritual for you. I know what I do is like I think twice a week, I'd say. I was about to say like every second day, but that's not true. Twice a week, I love doing collagen eye masks in the morning. So it's like my whole vibe. So I will put them on after I shower, and then I'll make myself some coffee, chill on the couch with my laptop, catch up on some work. It's a vibe, okay? It just makes you feel like you are doing something for yourself, and it makes you feel accomplished in that moment. And while I'm chilling with those collagen eye masks, I'm sipping on some green tea or a really good cup of coffee or some matcha. I have a candle lit and I'm playing some soft music to sort of like create an atmosphere. And now that it's the Christmas time, I've been playing a lot of old Christmas type of music that feels so cozy and warm. Like, you know, those Disney old classic Christmas vibes, okay? That is playing in the background. I'm feeling chill, I'm feeling zen. And it's just another way to really honor yourself and do something for yourself to feel good. These tiny acts may seem super small, but they do send a clear message to yourself. I see you, I care for you, and I'm honoring my body and my mind. And I just think that it's very intentional. It's very soft, and it's a way to slow down and feel nurtured and really reconnect with yourself again. And taken together, these rituals don't have to be complicated or take hours. Even a 15 to 30-minute intentional pause with one or two of these practices can make your early menstrual days feel more soft and calm and more manageable. And it's not about perfection. It's not about adding pressure on yourself or placing any guilt because you're not doing the most. It's about giving your body and your mind what they actually need during that phase. One of the most important things to remember during the first days of your menstrual cycle is this: you have full permission to pause. I just think that society has trained us to equate rest with laziness or guilt, but these early cycle days are a natural signal from your body that it needs more softness and warmth and replenishment, not more pressure. And this is the perfect time to let go of expectations, whether that's crushing your to-do list or showing up socially or even feeling productive in the ways you normally measure yourself. Instead, focus on slower, more intentional ways of moving through your day. Trust me, it's going to change your life, guys. I'm being like really dramatic with my words, but it's such a good thing to sometimes just slow down and listen to what your body's actually asking you. So these are a few practical ways that I like to honor this soft mindset and this soft approach to living in general. Because like I've told you guys before, I struggle a lot with balance. I'm either on the one side or the other side. I'm either super productive or I feel really demotivated, and I'm always trying to manage both of that in the best way possible and try and be in the middle. But the practical ways that I try to honor having more balance in my life is trying to encourage more slower mornings. So giving myself the gift of lingering in bed on the weekends and journaling and stretching lightly as soon as I get up, or making a really good cup of coffee and going to chill out on my balcony. And these small pauses, they set a really calm tone for my day. Another thing is like nourishing foods. Choose meals and snacks that feel comforting and restorative. Warm oatmeal, soups, or even dark chocolate can provide a little lift. So try and figure out nice, cozy, healthy foods that fit your life and fit your vibe, that is going to fuel you during the day, make you feel nice and comforted and warm and just feel amazing. The next thing is having more movement. And this doesn't mean having like a super intense HIIT training class for 45 minutes or going to like an hour-long Pilates class, okay? And you're like on the reformer doing the things. No, it could be something simple like stretching or a short yoga flow or a slow walk outside. Can really help to ease tension and just improve circulation and boost your mood without depleting all of your energy. I think that resting without guilt is also so important and so underrated. This might be the hardest for some of us because remember that rest is productive in itself. Listening to your body now sets you up for more energy and clarity and focus later. Just remember that. So try not to have so much guilt and pressure around the fact that, you know what, on a Sunday, you just want to chill out. You want to lay down on the couch and watch a movie. Okay, you don't need to be doing everything all at once. And it is okay to take some time for yourself and do nothing sometimes. Honoring all of these needs is not just self-care. I think that it's radical self-respect for yourself. By accepting your body's natural rhythm and giving yourself permission to slow down, I think that you're practicing mindful alignment rather than pushing against your own energy. And these early days, especially day 1 to day 5, are an opportunity to reconnect with your body, honor your needs, and start creating more intentional moments of softness that really ripple through the rest of your cycle. As we wrap up, I want you to take a moment to really honor these first days of your cycle Days 1 through 5 are not a weakness. They're a natural, important part of your body's rhythm. Your energy is shifting for a reason, and giving yourself permission to slow down, rest, and nurture yourself is not just okay, it's necessary. So remember that self-care during this phase doesn't need to be elaborate or time-consuming. I literally just gave you guys all of like the things that I do when I have my period, and it's really benefited my life in so many ways. If this episode resonated with you, consider subscribing so you don't miss future wellness tips or menstrual insights, self-care inspiration, or mental health and relationships and life and everything in between. And if you know someone who might need a little bit of a reminder that it's okay to slow down when you are going through the most with your period, definitely share this with them, because everyone deserves to feel soft and supported and fully cared for during their cycle. As always, I love hanging out with you guys. Thank you for taking this time for yourself today. Embrace the softness, trust your rhythm, and notice how even the smallest intentional choices can make these early cycle days truly feel gentle and nourishing. And also, if you can't have an iced matcha during a period like me, go treat yourself and get a nice warm one, okay? Have some hot chocolate, make yourself some nice cappuccinos, the vibes. I will see you guys soon. Bye.